Welcome back, Patriots. I'm Ron Kern, and thanks so much for joining me for episode number 28 of the Patriot Power Freedom Files, short stories about the American Revolution. I hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving, and I'm glad to get back into this series. On today's date, December 1st in 1777, General George Washington chose Morristown, New Jersey as the Continental Army's winter encampment site. Now, Washington chose this for its strategic location. It was near some key supply lines, and it actually had some natural defenses. In early 1777, the Army recovered from defeats at the hands of the British, and they prepared for upcoming campaigns. The 1779 to 1780 encampment is most notable for being one of the harshest winters in recorded history, even worse than Valley Forge. And soldiers endured extreme cold, food shortages, and disease while facing low morale, like Valley Forge. But despite these hardships, the Army stayed together, a testament to Washington's leadership and the resilience of his troops. At Morristown, Washington worked to reorganize the Army, maintain discipline, and negotiate with Congress for better supplies and much-needed support. And the town also served as a critical hub for intelligence and communication. Morristown's endurance through adversity symbolized the determination that ultimately led to the American victory. A couple things about Morristown: it had record snowfall. It saw over 20 major snowstorms with snowdrifts reaching 6 feet or higher, making it one of the absolute harshest winters in North American history up to that point. And Washington's headquarters was the Ford Mansion in Morristown. The mansion belonged to a very wealthy widow, Theodosia Ford, who lived there with her 4 children, and while the general and his staff occupied parts of the house. A third thing about Morristown is Jockey Hollow. It is most of the Continental Army where they encamped, and it was a few miles south of Morristown. But they still built 1,000 log huts in precise formation, creating one of the largest pop-up military cities of the entire Revolution. With the cold and hunger, desertions and mutinies happened, and these extreme conditions made morale quite low, and the rate of desertion was quite high. Washington and his officers did everything they could to maintain order and discipline, but many still ran away. This is really cool. Morristown was a hub for the espionage activities, and Washington's intelligence network, which is known as the Kupferspy Ring, which you may have heard of, it operated in the area, gathering vital information about British movements. And Washington encouraged religious services to boost the morale. Chaplains conducted regular worship services, and the general himself often attended. And this helped bolster unity and hope among the troops. And lastly, vaccination. Smallpox was a big threat at this time, and some soldiers were actually inoculated against the disease in a quite controversial and early use of controlled infection to prevent outbreaks. These details highlight the endurance and ingenuity of the Continental Army during one of its most challenging winters. So that happened all today, and hope you learned a little bit more about Morristown and its winter encampment. Thanks so much for watching. Check out full podcast episodes at the Patriot Power Podcast, which is available on all major platforms. And additional video series can be enjoyed, including the Freedom Files, Founding Voices, and Hidden Heroes. All of these and lots more are located at patriotpowerpodcast.com.